welcome to Crime and Investigation. I am Shams Tahir Khan. From the Red Books of Crime Records, C&I brings to you those infamous cases which once rocked the country and shocked the people. Most of you must have watched many Bollywood movies based on love triangles. Our case this week involves a love triangle too, and it has all the glamour, suspense, love and drama that could be made into a potential blockbuster. The case also included a gruesome murder and a lot of blunders.
एक आदमी का उसने खून करवाया है, किया है, रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, 300 टुकड़े करके जलाकर फेंक दिया और फिर ऐसे बिहेव किया सबके सामने कि वो उसकी फ्रेंड है जब तक कि वो पकड़ी नहीं गई।
We are very, very clear that it is both of them, Maria Monica and ML Jerome, who are responsible for 302.
It is very sad, the whole scenario is really sad. Or I know I am innocent and my God knows I am innocent.
One story, 3 characters, 3 lives, all 3 attached with a cord of a complicated saga of love. Complicated because along with love comes jealousy, and along with jealousy comes revenge. Our case this week swings from the extremes of glamour, romance and sex to immorality and diabolical behavior. Before going any further, let's first get introduced to the characters. Character number 1, Maria Monica Susairaj, age 27 years, profession actress. Neeraj Amarnath Grover, age 25 years, profession television executive. Character number 3, Lieutenant Jerome Matthew, age 25 years, profession Indian Navy officer. The story began from the office of Neeraj Grover in Mumbai. Maria Monica, an actress in the Kannada film industry, reached the office of Neeraj Grover to give an audition for a television series. Neeraj was then working as a creative director in the Indian version of the hit American series Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? The show was hosted by Shah Rukh Khan. Neeraj was also handling auditions for an upcoming epic television series named Mahabharat. Maria went through her audition, but Neeraj was not impressed with her acting skills. Instead, he fell in love with her. It was love at first sight. Soon after, Neeraj and Maria started chatting over the phone almost on a regular basis, and steadily they became closer to each other as each day passed. Neeraj knew that it would be difficult for him to cast Maria in a television series as her Hindi was not good enough, but he loved her genuinely. On the other hand, Maria had no issues about being and visit each other's place and spend time together. Around then, Maria decided to prolong her stay in Mumbai and rented apartment number 201 in Dheeraj Solitaire Society in Malad in Mumbai's suburbs. On the night of the 6th of May 2008, Neeraj visited Maria's Malad apartment to help her settle in. As by then, both were deep into the relationship, they decided to spend the night together after they finished unpacking and arranging furniture and other items in the apartment. Little did they know that this could be their last night together.
Neeraj and Maria were completely unaware that the night of 6 May 2008 was going to be their last hours with each other. They were oblivious of the fact that far away in Goa, a man was keeping his eyes on them. The man was awake throughout the night and waited anxiously for the morning. In the morning, he took the first flight from Goa and reached apartment number 201 in Neeraj Solitaire Society in Malad in Mumbai.
That night, Neeraj and Maria got lost in each other's arms. So lost that they didn't even bother about a phone call that came from Maria's fiancé Matthew. Matthew was Maria's childhood friend and was a lieutenant in the Indian Navy who was posted in Goa. Matthew was infatuated with Maria and was very possessive about her. He was also hypersensitive about Maria's interest or affection for anyone else other than him. They had gotten engaged only a few months before. Matthew knew about Neeraj and the fact that Maria was getting too close to him. While talking to Maria over the phone on the night of the 6th of May 2008, Matthew gauged the presence of Neeraj as he overheard his voice in the background. Matthew asked Maria to send Neeraj away before it's too late in the night. Maria averred by insisting that Neeraj will go home soon after. But Matthew had a premonition that Neeraj and Maria would be spending the night together. Matthew was furious thinking about Maria and Neeraj being together in Mumbai. He decided to go to Mumbai straight away. 7th May 2008, 7 a.m, apartment number 201, Neeraj Solitaire Society, Malad, Mumbai. Matthew reached Maria's apartment directly from the airport and rang the doorbell. Neeraj and Maria were blissfully asleep. Matthew rang the bell repeatedly. Maria finally woke up and opened the door, unaware of the fact that it was Matthew who was at the door. She shrieked upon seeing him. Matthew pushed her aside and rushed into the apartment. Maria too rushed in behind him. She was now expecting the inevitable. On seeing Neeraj inside the apartment, Matthew was enraged and headed straight to the kitchen and picked up a knife. And then he stabbed Neeraj repeatedly. Neeraj collapsed on the floor and soon breathed his last. But Matthew's insanity had just begun. He grabbed Maria by the hand and led her to an adjacent room in the apartment. Then he made love to her. While Neeraj lay lifeless in the other room, Matthew wanted to prove and induce Maria that he was the only one for her. Making love to her was his way of expressing his feelings and domination. There was no trace of any remorse for what had just happened in apartment number 201. Matthew and Maria then decided to destroy all the evidence of the heinous and despicable murder of Neeraj Grover. And Matthew's plan to get rid of evidence was both bizarre and grim. At 10 a.m. that morning of the 7th of May 2008, Matthew sent Maria to a nearby mall to procure 2 large duffel bags and sharp knives. Maria listened and got her friend and dumped the bags into the vehicle's boot. Matthew and Maria then drove out of Mumbai. On the way, they bought 2 liters of petrol in order to burn the last remains of Neeraj Grover. When they reached a lonely stretch near Manor on the Mumbai-Ahmedabad highway, they soaked.
It is said that all cruelty springs from weakness. In Matthew's case, it was his weakness and infatuation with Maria that transformed him into a monster. But what was Maria's weakness? Why did she play along with Matthew's plan? Let's take a break. On the other side of the break, the case will reveal shocking and disturbing human traits and the complications in our justice system. Every crime leaves a trace. It is for the sharpest investigators to find the clues, connect the dots, and solve a case. Matthew and Maria partied thinking that they had succeeded in destroying all the evidences of the cold-blooded murder of Neeraj Grover. But destiny had other plans.
As Neeraj did not turn up on the sets of the television series that he was working for, his friends and colleagues were increasingly worried. They tried to contact him on his mobile phone, but of course he didn't answer. Finally, without any headway in locating him, they lodged a missing persons report at the Malad police station.
अब नीरज ग्रोवर के जो फ्रेंड्स हैं उन्होंने स्टेटमेंट में ये स्टेटमेंट दी है कि नीरज ग्रोवर उसके घर जाने वाला नहीं था, वो थक गया था, वो जाने वाला नहीं था और दूसरे दिन सवेरे उसे 7 बजे कुछ और काम के लिए जाना था, तो ही डिड नॉट वांट टू गो देयर। लेकिन इस लड़की ने उसे 2 बार फ़ोन करके उसको घर पर बुलाया।
The Mumbai police immediately swung into action. While investigating the mobile records of Neeraj Grover, they discovered that his handset was on active mode till the morning of the 7th of May 2008. In the meantime, the police also interviewed a few of Neeraj Grover's friends and happened to learn that on the night of the 6th of May, Neeraj had gone to meet his friend and lover, Maria Monica Sosaraj. The police swiftly followed this lead and questioned Maria. She told the police that Neeraj did indeed come to her apartment on the night of the 6th of May, but left at 12:30 a.m. after helping her settle in.
मरिया मोनिका ने नीरज ग्रोवर को 6 तारीख की शाम को 2 बार फ़ोन किया।
Mumbai police investigators doubted Maria's version of events of the night of the 6th of May. But as they were yet to lay their hands on any evidence against her, they let her go. The police then matched the mobile phone location records of both Neeraj Grover and Maria Sosaraj. The conclusion was that from late evening of the 6th of May 2008 to the morning of the 7th of May 2008, Neeraj Grover's mobile phone was at Maria's apartment. During that period, no calls were made from Neeraj Grover's mobile phone, but it had more than 100 missed calls from his worried friends and relatives. The police then questioned the security guards of Dheeraj Solitaire Society. One of the guards informed them that he saw Maria being accompanied by a man on the evening of the 7th of May 2008 and that they had put 2 large bags in a car and driven out. Armed with this information, the police took Maria into custody and subjected her to intense interrogation. She finally broke down and confessed.
एमएल जेरोम, इसने अपनी टिकट लगभग 11:34 बजे बुक की थी। 11:34 बजे बुक की थी, मतलब उसके पहले इसका तय हो गया था कि ये मुंबई आने वाला है। तो इस मरिया मोनिका नीरज को बुलाती है, ये पहले टिकट बुक करता है, ये भी पहुंच जाता है। इट ऑल शोज अ क्रिमिनल कॉन्स्पिरेसी, ये सब क्रिमिनल कॉन्स्पिरेसी है टू मर्डर।
So in the end, the police cracked the Neeraj Grover murder case. Out of the 3 prime characters in the plot, 2 are arrested for the death of the 3rd character. Now it was just a matter of time before Neeraj Grover's family get justice. But more twists and turns are in store for the case in the court. The verdict in the case was met with disbelief.
Based on Maria's confession, the police arrested Lieutenant Jerome Matthew on the 17th of May 2008 from Kochi. The trial went on for 3 years. 1st July 2011, Mumbai Sessions Court. After listening to deliberations and examination of witnesses of both prosecution and defense, Additional Judge M.W. Chandwani pronounced his verdict. Lieutenant Jerome Matthew was found guilty of murder, but his heinous act was not found premeditated. The judge concluded that it was an act committed in a fit of rage. Matthew was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment under IPC 304. Matthew was also sentenced to another 3 years imprisonment for destroying evidence. Maria was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment for destroying evidence.
हम लोग तो इस सजा से बिल्कुल टूट गए। जितना अभी 3 साल से जिंदा थे, ये तो हम लोग को जीते जी मार दिया। इससे बुरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता।
Maria Monica Susairaj was released on the 2nd of July 2011 as she had already served her term in jail during the trial period. Hours after coming out of Baikala jail in Mumbai, she held a press conference accompanied by her lawyer. Maria claimed that she was innocent and the conviction was a stigma on her life.
इनकी press conference है ना? Is it not her press conference?
The press conference soon turned chaotic and was marked by protests by a group of people led by filmmaker Ashok Pandit. Maria plans to appeal against her conviction in the High Court.
केस के बारे में जब बात करना, मैं कुछ भी बात नहीं करना चाहती हूँ और कुछ कमेंट नहीं करना चाहती हूँ कि जो फैसला हमारे कोर्ट में हुआ है, I definitely sympathize क्योंकि किसी का losing somebody in your family is not easy. It is very sad. The whole scenario is really sad. और I know I am innocent.
मोहतरमा मारिया सुसाइराज ये फरमाती हैं कि वो बेगुनाह है। मैं ये पूछता हूं कि जो शख्स 3:45 बजे की फ्लाइट पकड़ के कोचीन से मुंबई आता है, आपका दरवाजा खटखटाता है और एक आदमी को देखकर वो आपे से बाहर हो जाता है, वो यकीनन कत्ल के इरादे से आया था। वो मौसम का हाल पूछने नहीं आया था या वो गुड मॉर्निंग कहने नहीं आया था। वो कत्ल के इरादे से आया था। उसे ये पता था कि इस कमरे में कोई दूसरा शख्स है।
Today, Maria Monica is a free woman, but Neeraj Grover's family feels cheated. His father is of the opinion that Maria was let off very lightly, but he cannot afford to make an appeal in the High Court against the Sessions Court judgment due to his financial condition. But he has written letters to the registry at the Bombay High Court. Neeraj Grover murder case convict Jerome Matthew has already spent 8 years of his sentence. He has another 2 years of his sentence left. Matthew has already appealed against his conviction to the Bombay High Court. At present, he is lodged in the Taloja jail in Mumbai. Maria Monica Susairaj was recently arrested in a separate fraud case by the Ahmedabad police.
The Bombay High Court took on record letters from Neeraj Grover's father, A.N. Grover, and permitted those to be treated as an appeal. The appeal is for increase of the punishment to both Matthew and Maria. The Honorable High Court is yet to fix a date for hearing. CNI will be back next week on the same channel at the same time with another crime story which once took the country by storm. Goodbye and keep watching India Today.